Hey, this is just Ben on the front end, here to tell you to give the podcast a rating if you don't mind, and follow it or subscribe to it on whatever you're listening to this on. If you want to send us an email, we'll read it and maybe talk about it on the show. It's deadensigns@gmail.com, and we got a Twitter. Anyway, if you could do all that, please. That'd be really nice. Bye, enjoy the show.
Simon & Schuster AudioWorks presents Star Trek: The Next Generation.
If I were the guy, I can't remember his name, the guy in Solaris, and I was thinking about my, was it even a wife or was it girlfriend?
I think
it was a wife.
It was a wife, I think, yeah.
I'd get over
Who gives a fuck? Yeah, get over it.
I think I need to go to a planet that is an alien to process my trauma.
Trauma, yeah.
Well, was this a book written by a Twitter user in the year 2021? Come on now. Come on, Stanislaw.
Stanislaw Lem, more like I stan ding them. I don't know, it's like a Reddit username, I guess.
It's more like standing the law is lascivious activity for a man. I don't know if lavacious is a word, but forget this.
Yeah, I would. If I would go to Solaris, there would be like a sexy woman following me around, and I would have sex with her.
If I went to Solaris,
but she would be like unrelated to my
something.
life in general. She'd just be my, my Tulpa would create itself. Yeah, it would manifest.
It's kind of what it is. If you want to get a Tulpa, if you have like a Tulpa in mind, you can just go to that planet. Go to the Solaris planet.
If Solaris, Ben, if Solaris ever we find it, that's our business.
We find it. We're staking our claim. All those scientists in that fucking book are like, we don't know. This planet is stupid. We don't know what to fucking do with it.
Yeah, there's like
I guess we'll keep
here.
studying it. There's a big baby in the water. That's silly. Little do they know, what you got to do is you got to play Baldur's Gate 3, and then go there, and Shadowheart will be there. And she'll suck your dick.
She'll suck your dick.
She'll suck your dick. Astarion and Shadowheart will both be there, and they'll both suck your penis. It's fine. That's hilarious.
That's all on me. Like you figure you're processing your trauma. Oh no,
no, my trauma.
My trauma.
It's appearing in
your dick suck.
My trauma is manifesting itself as Astarion's pristine butthole.
Oh my god! We should start this. We should start a Dead Ensigns book club.
The Dead Ensigns book club. See, I would agree to that, but I don't think I can really read unless a book is relatively short. I don't think I can read a book in a week. So I'm a slow and unfocused reader.
Me too. To be honest, ADD brain. Am I right? Am I right?
Little ADHD. I saw a tweet earlier that said, "We need to talk." Text is more scary for an ADHD person than a gun to the head would be.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't think that's like a unique experience.
I think it's.
I think everybody's kind of afraid of that message.
Yeah, like I think it's mostly having to do with like I guess forgetting what you were supposed to write while you're talking, and it just completely obliterating your sort of train of thought, because then you realize, it's actually right. I forgot, and it's writing what I'm thinking. I fucking can't, keep up with it, sort of thing. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming,
No. Like receiving a text message or a message that says "we need to talk."
Oh, okay.
Is scarier than.
For some reason, I thought you meant like
the classic
speech,
to
text. For some reason, I don't know why.
Like the classic. Oh, my girlfriend sent the "we need to talk" message. It's over, kind of bit. But apparently, it's scarier for people with ADHD.
Jova.
I'm learning. Scarier than having a gun pointed at you. According to the joke tweet that I read.
What
and I'm overanalyzing.
You're you're a POW in a camp somewhere, and they're about to execute you, and it's called like what is it called, like a empathy bullet? What do they call them? Like, not empathy, forget it bullet, or like what is it called?
What are you talking about?
When there's like a firing squad.
Oh right.
And they put like a blank in one. So
I don't know what the name of it is.
People feel like the firing squad can think, oh, I actually didn't shoot the guy.
Well, I might have been the guy.
Yeah, I might have.
It's just still so funny. It's like.
Yeah, but it's
I'm just gonna, for my mental state, I'm gonna pretend that I'm the 1 in 10 guy with the blank.
Instead of bringing a priest over for your last before you execute it, they just tell you we gotta talk about after your execution. You're like, oh fuck,
fuck, we need to talk. But after your exclusion, you're gonna need to have a talk.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh fuck, I can't focus on this execution.
You know what would be
you
know what would be a real execution for me if they said, you have a phone call appointment.
Someone's gonna call you after you get a bullet in the back of your head.
I feel like I get more cruel when we start recording the podcast. I start going like, what can I make fun of? Who with the real problems can I joke about because I don't have those problems?
Yeah, exactly, and that's the idea of privilege.
You know what is that is the idea of privilege.
I'm not thankful for it at all.
I actually hate having privilege. Mm-hmm. I actually wish somebody could come and take it away from me, but it's innate. So unfortunately,
it's within me, built into me. What was you gonna say? You were gonna say something.
You know what really grinds my gears? Speaking of a privilege, or the opposite of a privilege, I have a disadvantage.
Yeah,
is that whenever I want to get into a starting to become serious or argumentative as a joke.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking gets it. Nobody's on the same wavelength. And it's
it happened multiple times with me and you sometimes. And
it happened. And it's like, I
feel
can
like
get
the
why.
common factor is you.
No, definitely. No, exactly. I'm not saying this in a way of like, nobody gets me. No, everybody's so stupid except for me. I don't
live
get
in
the bit.
Society.
But it's like, it's disheartening sometimes when you want to get into something in that way. That's like kind of jocular. Is that the right word? Jocular aggression.
Yeah. What you could do, horsing around. I need
to say slash S.
Yeah, you got slash S.
I got to go slash S.
Yeah.
So they know
to be honest, show you guys, I'm about to be really aggressive and
guys, just so you know, the next bit I'm going to start becoming aggressive for the joke. I mean, not necessarily super aggressive, but like more argumentative and analyzing, because I want to explore that space a bit more. But it's all a gag. Don't worry about it. And then I go into it, and then I start throwing slurs around.
Yeah, and then you punch me in the face or something, and you're like, oh.
It'd be a good way to blindside somebody because they wouldn't see it coming. Yeah,
it's like it does seem like some sort of weird technique that the Shining director, what's it called?
Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick would use on like a woman actor.
That abusive man.
He would go I'm actually not gonna punch you, or I'm not gonna slap you, and then he would slap her.
Slap him.
Just before the camera starts, or something like that. Get in the scene, and shut up. Stop crying.
Yeah.
But your male co-star, they're cool. They're good.
Well, what he'll do with the male co-stars, he'll do shit like play them at chess and beat them.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They'll be like, all right, fine.
But then I would run.
That was the guy who played,
I would, I would run circles around him. I would physically be more fit than him, and then he couldn't, because he was kind of a glump of a man, to be honest.
He wasn't like. I think there are more or less physically fit directors than him.
And then I would go run around and go, "You're too slow. You're too slow. You're too slow," as I'm running around him.
I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like that wouldn't work.
You get out of my set.
Yeah, I feel like he'd probably just.
And then
because that's the real key is that he is the power still at the end of it.
I do the idle animation where Sonic stands there and
wag
he's
your
got
finger.
the wag his finger. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's like I can't get rid of him now. He tells me no with the finger.
I feel like that would work better on George Lucas.
Yeah. Oh yeah. To be honest.
Can you imagine him goiter waving in the wind as he jogs behind you?
Yeah.
What a great man.
Yeah.
What a great man.
I
You know
want
what's
a
great?
purple.
You see the clip.
I want a purple lightning sword, and then there you go. You got it.
Oh,
You
sure.
get it.
We gotta have a purple lightsaber. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, that classic clip where it's just like a TV documentary or something, and the guy's walking down the street, or it's for the news or whatever, and George Lucas walks right past from behind the guy, stares directly into the camera as he like goes into a store. You know that clip?
No, I haven't seen
It's so
that.
good. It's so good. Let me find it quickly.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna know what I'm talking about.
Everybody, type it into YouTube.
Type in
George Lucas, channel Rule 34. And
Type
then,
in George Lucas in the background of some random documentary.
Yeah,
Send it over to you.
and it will
Dude,
pop
it's
up.
so cool.
Oh
Dude,
yeah, there
it's
he
so
is. I can see him in the thumbnail.
Yeah, it's great. Like, it just stares directly into the fucking camera. And then
Chiral
goes into a
processing.
store.
Oh shit!
There he is, dude.
Yeah, he literally just.
It's like, look, he's just directly into it, and he's like, all right, well,
Oh,
into
you
the
know.
store I go. That was sick, dude. George Lucas is so sick.
He is, to be honest, it is a dream of mine to become George Lucas at one point, where I make a company, make a huge brand that I sell for $1 bazillion dollars, and then I also get like percentage.
And then
of sales
people
from-
like take the moral high ground with you
yeah, for some
in
reason.
terms of like, but you sold
And-
out. You know?
Yeah, George Lucas is on
It's like,
Solaris
no,
getting his
dude.
dick sucked by Jar Jar Binks.
He's already got the real Solaris.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I have some qualms with him as a filmmaker, but like, dude, he's so cool.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't think you can say anything that would make him mad.
Yeah, I don't
I think
so.
I think he's like above everything. I
Mhm.
think he's just like
Yeah.
he sold his franchise for a fucking billion dollars.
Yeah.
Now he just chills every day until he dies.
Yeah, I love how like people complain that like, like millionaires should just shut up and not say anything, like because like reacting to like Elon, for example.
Mhm.
But like when they do, they go like, oh, like George Lucas that just keeps themselves. Everyone's like, oh, he sucks because he sold out.
No,
Like,
it's different. No, that's
I know
different.
it's
I think
different, but
people
it's
don't
like,
feel
you
that
know.
way about George Lucas because he is quiet. It's because it's like
he
because
sold
they
Star-
expect for they
Star
they
Trek.
feel like they deserve something from him. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, well, you sold everybody's childhood to Disney so they could make woke Star Wars.
How dare you? But,
How dare you? And now I have to watch stuff like Ahsoka TV show.
Ahsoka, yeah.
And let me tell you, I really enjoyed the cartoon content for children that they made.
Boba Fett.
But let me tell you, The
Boba
Last Jedi, you let
Mhm.
that happen, sir?
Fett. Yeah. You physically let that happen.
You allowed that to happen.
It said in the
And here we
contract
are.
we can make a bad movie.
We can
also.
make woke Star Wars now. And you signed it away. You signed
Yeah.
a piece of paper that said you can make woke
Woke
Star Wars.
And then you did that. You saw it there
Oh
in
my
bold on the
goodness.
contract. and
What were you thinking, Rose?
Yeah.
Come on. I'm glad that they killed her.
I'm still so mad about that. I'm still fucking fuming about Rose.
Dude,
and
I
what
feel
they
I
did
think
to-
that's probably
welcome everybody to Dead Ensigns, the #1 Star Trek related.
Hey, I was gonna say some shit just now.
Oh, but we can continue that after we do the
Alright,
intro.
okay. Dare
Yeah?
continue.
Run
two.
by me, Max, and here's my co-host Ben.
run by you.
Yeah,
I'm admin of the operation.
Yeah. I have a TeamSpeak channel where we record this, and
Yeah.
I'm the admin. But yeah, and yeah, I guess we're a Star Trek related podcast now, media related podcast.
Well, I feel like, here's the thing, I'm going to be completely honest up front. But the last week I pretty much only played Baldur's Gate 3 whenever I had spare time. So I'm not going to have like a great deal to talk about. But I've got I typed Star Trek into Google and I got to the news section. I was like, all right, let's look at some articles, I guess. But what I was going to say before I was interrupted by the introduction is that I don't think I've ever felt lower. No, that's not true. That's hyperbole. But let's continue as though it's true. I don't think I've ever felt lower than when I let everybody around me sway my opinion on The Last Jedi.
Yeah,
I came out of that movie feeling great. I was like, that might be my favorite of these stupid fucking space movies. And then I had to months and months of being like, of people
bombarded.
Being like,
With,
it's like
really vile opinions, to be honest.
it's it sucked. I started to go like, damn, maybe I'm stupid, you know. Maybe I didn't get that it was bad. And
if you some people sent us emails saying, "Oh, you guys are stupid," maybe we'll change our opinions again.
Could you imagine never get a single piece of correspondence during this entire show? First time we talk about how The Last Jedi is actually good, that's when we start to get a tirade of people being like, "I'm gonna come to your house and kill you
it's like,
with an axe."
Yeah.
I felt bad, and then when I rewatched it, because I felt for a long time where it's like, well, I guess it must be bad, and I'm stupid for enjoying it. And then I rewatch it, and I'm like, especially rewatching it after the Skywalker, the third one, Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
After that one, especially, I was like, fuck, man. I think I'm the only smart one. Everybody who said this was bad was stupid.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh well. Everybody's always like, "Oh, the casino planet," and I'm like, I don't care. You think I give a shit about the casino planet?
You skipped the casino planet in Star Trek Discovery. How they now say that?
I skipped it entirely. I didn't even know it was coming up. I don't know. I just was like,
"How dare you talk about the casino planet in Last Jedi?"
I had like one of the best endings of any of those movies, where they have the little kid on the casino planet, and he just has a little tiny hint of force power, and it's like, oh damn, it's like coming back to the galaxy,
and people can, it's
the other stories.
Yeah, it's like,
hooray,
anyone can be, a Jedi.
Yeah,
but no, it's just special people. Power. It's genetics. It's
but
there's bumps on your skull that actually allow you to have force powers.
Yeah, if you're gonna want to become a Jedi, first things first, you're gonna need to get a set of calipers.
Yeah, exactly, and
then we'll go from there. Right?
Oh my god! Imagine if Qui-Gon Jinn came to like fucking Tatooine and he was measuring young fucking Anakin's fucking head with calipers.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. His skull densed his width, the length. He's the chosen one. I think he could unite the Force. Little did he know it was his son who had the perfect skull shape.
Yep. Oh, it's
but I mean, I like that movie. It was cool. It was a cool movie. Yeah. Fun movie. Good characters. Good sequences.
Mm-hmm.
A lot Ryan Johnson,
Yeah, in general, just like that movie at least was different. Like all the other ones were very different.
And it had the hint of like, new stories.
Yeah, new exactly, new characters.
Only thing in that whole movie that I can never defend is how they showed is when the scene when Leia is out in space because the fucking bridge exploded, and then she like holds her hand out and glides over to the door, and it's like, all right, this looks really stupid. All right, this one's a bit too stupid for me. Sorry, I can't even. Yeah, sorry.
She was so old at that point that
was
on a movie platform.
Well, that was the biggest thing when I was watching that movie. I kept thinking, like, all right, how are they going to kill her off? Because it's like, she died right before that movie came out.
Yeah.
It's like, well, they're gonna need to like add a scene or something. They need to do something.
Yeah.
but they didn't. And then in the next movie, they like doubled down even more. Didn't have her die off screen. They were like, let's just like make a bunch of incredibly awkward scenes where she's like green screened in, and she's just saying like super general, like generic stuff that characters are like reacting to.
Yeah, exactly.
What an awful movie.
They don't even have them like put a ball up so they know where she is, green, so they can green screen it out. No, they're just like staring in the general direction where she is. But yeah, I don't care about any of the stuff. To be honest, I didn't even care that much. It was okay. What's it called? Andor. It was like okay, and people.
I still need to check out Andor. A lot of people like Andor.
Really enjoyed it, but I was like, you know what? I don't know.
How good can it be, really? At the end of the day,
it was like a lot more grounded. I think that's why people kind of liked it.
That's cool. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. For me, at this point, my favorite Star Wars project is the Vision stuff.
Oh yeah.
Just because it's the most. Not even from like
animation. I love cartoons.
I love cartoons because I'm animator.
I make cartoons like that. I hope someday I can make a cartoon like that.
Not even on that level. Just like the stories are interesting. They do stuff with it where it's like, oh, this is interesting. This is an interesting take or interesting perspective. On the powers in this world.
I want. Give me a Star Trek, a Star Wars show where they do like Star Trek things, where every episode is like a thing.
Monster of the Week.
Of the Week. Yeah. You have a group of people. You got a fucking Han Solo. You got a Jedi. You got like a droid, and then they just hang around, and each one has their like quarrels and things that they have to do. Whatever.
Look, Mandalorian isn't amazing, but that was the aspect of that show that I enjoyed.
Yeah, but
the more Monster of the Weeky element of it, where it's just like, all right, what silly little adventure is the Mandalorian and his little baby gonna get up to today?
Yeah,
but then they start to be like, hello, Ahsoka Tano. here's my baby Yoda. You mean his name is Grogu? Interesting.
Interesting that's what it's called. And then have him train him, whatever.
Hello, Boba Fett.
Hello, Skywalker.
You're telling me you're going to get a spin-off soon. Good for you. I look forward to seeing it myself. Yeah,
and hopefully I won't be in it. And it'll just be about you.
I'm sure everybody will love it, and it'll be a nice solo project just for you that everybody's, for some reason, has wanted for 50 years almost.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure there will be no Mandalorian or Grogu in it at all.
And literally that fucking thing ends with him finding Grogu. Oh, it's so stupid. It's fucking whoever show runs this shit is insane.
Oh man.
It did seem like it just all those scripts like fell on the ground and you had to like gather them together and it like mixed up. Those pages
just shove it together into the line.
It's the only copy of the script we have.
I think it really says something about the quality of Star Trek over Star Wars, I guess, in that I can watch a terrible show like Picard and feel fondness for it.
Yeah.
Even though it's fucking absolute dog shit through and through. But there's a show like Mandalorian and just like the little bit of like Luke Skywalker AI deepfake coming in at the end is enough to be like, this shit's fucking terrible. I would dread ever watching any more of that show.
I can't wait for that to happen with Star Trek, where they start putting in Jean-Luc Picard and
Patrick Stewart dies.
Patrick Stewart and he's a clay monstrosity made of CGI. You know?
I don't know if they'd ever get that way with Star Trek.
In my contract, it says you have to give me big teeth in my CGI portrays after I die. He's just got like huge.
I've always wanted really big teeth, and with the power of AI and deep learning, that Star Trek can finally have the Jean-Luc Picard it always needed.
Yeah.
I don't think they would do that for Star Trek, at least not in the TV shows, mainly because it's a TV show property.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably more likely to do like a thing for a movie, Star Trek movie, whenever one comes out, because we know Do we have any Star Trek movies coming out?
They're still supposed to be in production of that third, the fourth Chris Pine one, but I think whatever production cycle or state that was in has definitely been put on hold because of all the strikes.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. I forgot.
I mean, even if that's in a state where it's getting pushed along, it ain't at the moment. That's for sure.
It's well, I've completely forgot about those strikes. Why are they striking so quietly? Like I just forgot about them. But
it's I mean, in a sense, it's kind of good that we forget about it. Not in the sense of like we should ignore the strikers, but rather, it's good to show the studios who have the power to change it that it's like, let's pay them more. We can wait. Because that's the big strategy, is to be like, damn, all these writers and actors wanting more money is really halting all of the great projects you want to see. Like Marvel's Blade and Star Wars, the Qui-Gon Jinn series.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I don't know. I probably not. It was probably Reddit wanted it at some point. Probably Reddit wanted it at some point.
Didn't they put Qui-Gon Jinn in the Obi-Wan show as a Force ghost?
Yeah, as Liam Neeson is there, and he's got like piss
sucking off Ewan McGregor.
No, he's just covered in piss as he's drunk on set. And they just put a blue filter over him.
Can you blame him?
Well, you know, he's Irish.
Come on, low-hanging fruit.
Well, that's the planet he's from in Star Wars.
Planet Ireland.
Planet Ireland.
Of course.
Yeah, but you know, it's I don't know. I just look forward to like the content getting worse and worse, and like new content. The thing is, I haven't been following any new stuff recently. That's why maybe I haven't noticed it as much, because I've been just watching like older movies, or I've been playing video games like a big boy.
I love video games.
I love my
toys. I love playing my special toys where I could have sex with the characters.
Yeah, in game development. Well,
wow.
Well, why aren't the video game writers and also aren't striking if the writing is so bad, huh?
Curious.
Curious,
yeah,
huh?
It's almost like they've been on strike for years, if you ask me. Yep.
Yeah. You mean Baldur's Gate's got shitty writing? Is that what you're saying?
No, it doesn't. But that's because they can hire non-union tabletop RPG writers instead.
Yeah.
Who are much better. Right?
Oh wow!
Because they write actual books and not toys for children.
Wow. Oh, come on.
No, I mean the writing. I'll talk about Baldur's Gate 3 a bit, so I don't have
more
any
like
fucking thing else to talk about.
Balls on the Gate 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Balls on the Gate 3. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I've watched a movie called A Holy Spider,
what is it? I don't know what that is.
It's about like
is that one of those rip-off like Turkish Spider-Man movies?
No, it's a movie about a guy killing prostitutes in Iran.
Okay.
And
it sounds kind of fucking heavy, brother.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's why when you said that, I was like, I guess a version of Spider. Well, technically, thinking about what Spider-Verse introduced, it could be a Spider-Man story. Anyway, so yeah, it's a good movie. It's interesting. It's it shows like a point of view of a female journalist kind of traversing that sort of world, and it's interesting. I recommend it.
It's from the director of Border.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And the director of the Last of Us episodes, When We Are in Need and Look for the Light.
Well. Okay.
And also, the director of the short films Officer Relaxing After Duty, In the Darkness is the Light, and M for Marcus.
That's pretty good. We should get
and
some.
One last fun fact from his Wikipedia page. is that he was he was born at some point in 1981.
Yeah, he was,
and nobody knows when.
Yeah, no, that's the actual trivia is that nobody knows when he was born in.
Nobody knows.
But yeah, that's good. And I've been driving a Slovenian track around in a Slovenian track simulator.
Yeah, you've been trying to trying to emulate a poorer life to escape and give yourself some kind of faux like digital hardship.
Yeah, basically. So like if we had the holodeck, I would be the guy that like plays Euro Trucker Simulator in the holodeck. You know,
you would be the guy in the Irish village on Voyager who's like, I think I'd like to be the town drunk.
Yeah, I would like to be the beggar.
I think I'd like to be the beggar of the town.
Yeah,
that everybody kicks and beats.
Yeah, exactly.
And I hide away in a dirty hole every night to escape the cold rain. I think I'd like that to be my persona. Are you okay with that, Janeway? Is that fine?
I like the idea of you crawl into a hole somewhere, and then there's other players around in the holodeck, and they're like, all right, it's the end for today. We turn off the holodeck, and everybody's kind of all the dirt and stuff they had on it disappears because it was like holodeck. But you're just covered in shit even after the holodeck turned off.
Yeah,
you're just covered in manure. I brought my own in, to be realistic.
If they had the fucking quaint Irish village simulation when that insane murderer was on board, the serial killer, he probably would have been fine.
Yeah, it could be
he'd go in and he'd be like a Jack the Ripper type guy for the village, and then they'd reset the people when he's not playing. He'd be fine. He'd love it.
That sounds
he had to be a serial killer.
Yeah,
on the ship.
On the ship. I don't even remember who did he kill. I don't even remember who he killed.
He killed some random person that didn't even really exist before then.
Yeah.
Somebody who it was safe to kill, and then they were like, well, we can't execute you, so we're just going to lock you in your quarters for the rest of the trip.
We're not going to make you kill Neelix, because Neelix is important for his penis.
They kept basically dangling Neelix in front of him.
Yeah.
The entire time, hoping he'd kill him, but for some reason he just had no interest in killing Neelix, only everybody else.
I like it when the Voyager gets taken over by, I don't even remember, was it Jum'Hadar or was it somewhere, not Jum'Hadar, Herogen, and he's like a fucking crawling in the fucking vents,
he's like fucking
killing them.
he goes fucking Rambo on them.
Yeah, because he goes like...
He starts using his powers as a serial killer to help, to aid the Voyager crew.
Yeah, because
imagine Janeway...
It's like... I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna rehabilitate you like that woman on that planet in Strange New Worlds,
killing people.
Yeah, and then he realizes, sorry, Master, I have to go out, all out,
just this once.
Once, yeah, and then he kills.
I like to imagine Janeway being like on the crew manifest. She keeps stationing Neelix in his vicinity, oh, Neelix, today you have to go clean out the serial killer's room while he's still in it. There's nothing we can do about that.
Yeah.
And she gets messages back saying, ma'am, Captain, the guy is killed again. And she instinctively goes, oh no, not Neelix. And then they're like, no ma'am, it was a random ensign.
Yeah. It's just a body and it's ripped apart. It's absolutely
Neelix
demolished.
is standing over it going, oh my god, that could have been me.
Oh, bother.
Boy, am I glad it wasn't her, Captain.
Yeah.
You just see her visibly pissed off.
You need to escort the prisoner Neelix from his room to the canteen past this airlock.
You have to escort him through the tunnel of knives that we built.
Yeah.
They're all loose knives. We need the knife room. Sorry, Neelix.
Yeah.
We have to escort him through that. It's the quickest, safest way for him to get from point A to point B.
Yeah, and then...
that sounds like it'd be a pretty good scene, Max.
Mm-hmm,
Do you think if they
room?
put that in the show... Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
do you think if they put that in the show that it would make CBR's best scenes in Star Trek history ranked list?
Are you right? I got an article
Published
open on the screen right now?
Published 58 minutes ago.
Oh, we're on it.
We're on it. We're on it.
Although this episode's gonna come out in 3 days, we're on it.
We're gonna be first. Here is Robert Vose. 10 of the best for every corner of the franchise. Now here's the thing. Now what I find interesting, I feel this could be an AI written article.
Oh, definitely.
Because he does say from every corner of the franchise. But he has not taken an episode from every corner of the franchise.
Okay.
I must say, it's a little embarrassing.
What are the episodes?
Well,
So,
number
line
10 is
them
an
up.
original series episode, The Devil in the Dark. Enterprise saves a whole. I can't really argue with an original series scene. Number 9 is meeting the lower decks crew.
In like
lower decks second contact.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a great one that I think you'll love. Star Trek Discovery, Such Sweet Sorrow Part 2, the one when Discovery goes forward in time. Remember when they go forward in time at the end of season 2? They go through the big hole.
And what, like the one where the Discovery is there, or like that Burnham is there?
No. End of season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And the Discovery is flying through the time hole.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And going to the future.
Yeah.
And it's very emotional because they're saying goodbye to their home timeline.
Yeah, it's very, very
they're
good.
Following the Red Angel through the hole.
It burned into my retinas, that scene.
Remember
That's
how
emotional
great
I was for.
it was? It's one of the best scenes in Star Trek history, I think I'd say.
Yeah. If you look at my eyes, you will see Star Trek Delta in them.
Another original series episode. We've got Spock returns from the dead at the end of Search for Spock. You remember how?
Yeah.
He's back to being Leonard Nimoy, and he's gone through 5 different phases of blue balls.
It's so
and everybody's like, "Yay, Spock's back!" And
they
killed
touched
the
fingers
Klingons.
with that woman. They touched the fingers of that woman to get rid of his blue
get
balls.
over it.
Yeah.
And Spock says, "Jim, how is the sun that you found last episode?" And Kirk goes, "What? What are you talking about, Spock?
No.
I think this regeneration has made you crazy.
Yeah.
Come,
Right,
we need to get you back to Vulcan so you can be taken care of."
Yeah.
All Good Things. Number 5, All Good Things, playing poker.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Yeah. Everybody loves that. They love it so much they made it
did twice, yes.
It's the scene's so nice they made it twice.
Yeah,
And it was even better the second time.
Yeah,
because they saved Star Trek.
Yeah, they say Star Trek. They brought Data back, and he's
Data back.
What did you call him? What do you call him? Flesh and blood android.
He's a flesh and blood android now.
Not an android anymore.
We got number 4. Cisco sells his soul in the pale moonlight.
Oh, nice.
Do it again.
And I'll do it again.
And I do it again.
And I'll do it again,
Number 3 is another fantastic one I think you'll like. It's from Discovery. That Hope Is You, Part 2.
Which one is that one?
Michael Burnham takes command.
The one where she mutinies the ship?
No.
No? Yes?
Yeah, first episode when she Vulcan love, but just short you. No,
So
in the future when she's like, remember how all of season 3 she's
yeah.
I can't take control of the Discovery because I'm different.
Yeah,
I'm different now.
I love the series so much that I remember all of it.
Remember how she would tell Saru that she's different? She's changed.
Yeah, she went on a trip to Europe. She bought that Euro ticket. She went
on a
ride around all the
Interrail,
country.
Yeah. She did some backpacking. She met some people.
Yeah.
She smoked weed for the first time.
Yeah, and And then she
did a bit of cocaine, and she was like, "I'm different now.
I'm different now.
I'm different now. Saru, I can't come back to the Discovery because I'm different now." And then she becomes a captain. Well, because she met the little boy who was made of rocks, and she was like, maybe I can change and still be the same. I think, I don't know. It really sucked. It really sucked.
Okay.
It really, really sucked. Remember how Stamets wanted to go save his husband, and she was like, "No," and she had to vent him like out of the Discovery to stop him from saving his husband.
And then she put Buck in prison.
And then, and then it all turned out okay because Stamets' husband was fine, so she was vindicated, and he was like, "I'm glad you stopped me from saving my husband, even though he was gonna die a second time in my life."
Get that second chance. When let it happen once, shame on them.
Well,
let it happen twice, shame on you.
Shame on, yeah, exactly.
Shame on you, Hugh, or whatever the fuck he was called.
In the words of the AI that wrote this article, no other Star Trek captain took so long and tortuous a route to the big chair as Michael Burnham, beginning the series as a wrongly convicted felon. I don't think she was wrongly convicted at all. I think she was actually rightly convicted because she kind of did start that war directly.
She did. She did.
I'm not saying she was wrong.
The only
in how
reason
she
why
reacted.
she got out of prison was because there was a weird mirror universe Lorca that wanted to groom the shit out of her.
That was an insane
groomer from the mirror universe
who had a strange ulterior plan to go back to the mirror universe.
Yeah.
Before they even knew about the mirror universe.
Yeah.
But no, she was wrongly convicted. She battled for 3 full seasons before finally taking command of the Discovery.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she really fought very hard in the 3rd season.
Yeah.
I think she kind of didn't want it at all.
Do you think that...
the moment arrived with exquisite timing.
Yeah. Do you think the guy... I don't remember what he was called, the security officer, the guy that had a Klingon blended up into him?
Yeah.
Was it racist of him to put on the voice while he was talking in Klingon?
He was... No, it wasn't that he had a Klingon blended and put inside of it.
Because you would go like, hi Burnham, what's up? And then he would go like, there was a buddy, like his Klingon buddy would walk around and he's like,
Klingon, I am Tukuvma. It was, no, it wasn't racist. It would more be racist that he did human voice.
Yeah.
Because he was he was the Klingon inside. He just had like human skin over it, basically, and his bones had to be snapped and realigned to fit the human body.
Yeah.
And also his brain got wiped, so that he thought he was human.
What the fuck that was?
And also, it doesn't matter. And then also, he had a kid who was a dad, and then the baby grew up in a month because it was on the Klingon time planet.
Yeah, and then
it was
he had
old
flashbacks with fucking the Klingon woman. He was like,
Max,
no, crushing my pelvis.
I'm disgusting.
No.
I could never.
I could
Season
never
3
do that.
launched the Discovery into the 32nd century with the Federation shattered. Having restored Starfleet's mandate, Burnham assumed command aglow with joy. Her signature phrase, "Let's fly," put a cherry on top of the triumphant, emotional high point of the entire series.
Is that what she used to say?
I didn't even know that was her thing. Did she say, "Let's fly"? Did she say, "Let's fly"? Next, we've got 2 left here. What do you think number 2 is? I want to hear you
Number
guess.
2 is, out of all things, it's going to be Star Trek Enterprise and the 9/11 scene.
That would be perfect, but you're incorrect. It's Locutus of Borg.
Yeah.
Star Trek had never used a cliffhanger before Season 3, Episode 26, The Best of Both Worlds Part 1. It arrived out of nowhere and left Star Trek fans thunderstruck.
Yeah.
The Borg returned and claimed Jean-Luc Picard as one of their own, forcing Riker to possibly kill his own captain in order to save the Earth from assimilation.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, Max. What's the number 1 Star Trek moment according to Robert Vaux, the AI.
And my number one Star Trek moment is Star Trek Enterprise when they put on the disinfectant gel in the airlock before they come back onto the. Remember when they're like naked and they're rubbing it?
Yeah.
Remember stimulating time? Yeah.
And they're all like in their underwear and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're just
Rubbing
making
it
their bodies
in.
all glistening in the dark light as well.
Yeah.
It's like black light.
Mm-hmm. It's great.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on. What is it? What's the wrong choice here? Okay, what's the wrong choice that this article picked? Ben?
Sorry, it's got me kind of hot and bothered talking about them.
Okay, you just daydreamed. Now you're gonna go to Solaris. You're gonna see. You're gonna see T'Pol.
T'Pol and
Keiko
and
Hoshi
and
Tucker. Yeah,
just
Tucker
rubbing each other down
and
it's
Travis,
of course
and
Spock dying in Wrath of Khan. Why wouldn't
Oh
it be?
yeah, of course.
It was of course Spock when he dies. He's got his hand up to the glass and he's like, Kirk, I just want you to know that our friendship has always been platonic, and anything written about us sucking each other's dicks is not true.
It's not true, and I do not have a sister. That's also
And I never had a sister. And I've never been in love with Miss Chapel. And also
he's just redacting everything. He's just like,
and also I'm not dyslexic. Remember they made him dyslexic.
Yeah,
and that's why he was so good. That's why he was so good at deciphering.
Yeah, representation because it slowed down his brain enough.
It made him dumb enough to understand. It slowed down his brain. You have to think about it really hard. Everybody else is too smart. They think too quickly. Spucky's got to think like a dum-dum. He's got to think real slow.
That's like me.
It's just like me. Representation. Representation win. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he died. I think they did it better in the J.J. Abrams movie where then Kirk goes, because Kirk is dying and Spock goes, God! And then he has a big action chase sequence.
Yeah.
And then they remembered earlier in the film how it's like, oh, it's Khan's blood transfusion makes you come back to life. Mm-hmm. And they're like, quick, put it in Kirk, and then nothing bad happened.
Yeah.
I think that was probably better.
Yeah, I feel like they won better, because they won.
Basically. Yeah, it felt more earned.
It more earned because they won,
Yeah. So
I don't like when I especially like when we play like tabletop RPGs and you're like running and fight. If I'm not winning, I get angry,
Yeah, I want to be able to win. If I want a fantasy in which I have power.
Yeah.
Please. So those were the 10 best from every corner of the franchise. I kind of looked through what these were, because I was like, all right, I was going into it. If somebody did this legitimately, I would easily say you could do 4 DS9 scenes in the top 10 list alone.
Yeah,
personally.
definitely. They took one, and they didn't even say the scene. They just said the episode more than anything,
Well, no, all of them have descriptions. I just didn't read the description of every single one.
What about the fucking the DS9 episode with the where Jake goes back in forward in time to save not like the Cisco's
Most people go forward in time.
No. Cisco gets
he's
trapped
rubber
in time.
banding.
He's rubber banding. That's literally one of the greatest episodes of the entirety of Star Trek.
Well, I've read the list and I was
really
like, you know what I feel like?
Performance, amazing performances of the entire episode. And they're like, nah.
It's the thing that I thought after I read it is I was like, after I looked through the list, I was like, you know what I feel like rewatching? I feel like watching past Benjamin Sisko have a breakdown because the beautiful future is in his mind and nobody accepts it.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say that's maybe hey, in the Pale Moonlight, it was a good episode, how Sisko's doing something fucked up, but it's only good in that it's like represents what all those Star Trek normies.
Yeah.
Well, those. No, I'm kidding. What most people say about DS9 is like, ooh, it shows the darker side of the Federation.
Yeah.
It shows the darker side of the Federation, Max. You know?
Yeah, only that
we can then
does
milk
that.
from now on.
And Picard doesn't do that at all because it's Section 31, not Star Trek.
I feel like it's also almost like it's kind of missing the forest for the trees, though, you know, because it's like, for me, DS9 is still like, if anything, like the more hopeful aspect of it.
Because it shows how shit things can get, but you still crawl back out of it, you know?
You still keep going.
Yeah,
despite,
and it's... Yeah.
Keep pushing forward. Yeah, and sometimes the answer isn't joining the Federation.
And
you know?
And
but you can still like carve out a good future for yourself, your people.
Yeah, but you can always go back in time and then bring Eldor back.
You can always basically have a magic Elmo back into existence. I guess. Also, it's fine. You can do whatever you want, really.
I'm gonna find a lamp, like a genie lamp once, and I'm gonna rub it, and a genie's gonna come out. And he's gonna, you got 3 wishes, and I'll be like, I want Elnor to come back for all of them.
Can you make Elnor real, please? That's what we're gonna go to the first thing that we bring to life on the Solaris planet is
Elnor, and he's gonna go, friends choose to live, or whatever the fuck you would say.
Please, friend, choose to live. Choose life.
Choose life. Yeah.
Choose life.
Yeah.
I feel like that. No, they don't say choose life because they don't say choose life because that's too. That sounds too much like he's anti-abortion. I'm pretty sure he says choose to live.
And just huge, like, poster.
He would be standing outside a Planned Parenthood clinic saying to everybody, please choose life.
Yeah.
But I think the scene where Benny is you know, he's talking about how he's trying to fight for that future. He wants that future to exist. It exists within him because it's the ideal that he wants to see in this world, despite its hardship. And that to me is one of the most exemplary scenes of all of Star Trek.
Yeah, but you're wrong. Because what I would do is I would just replace every episode with just a scene from the Tusk episode of DS9. Every single one of those places would just be a different scene from the Tusk episode.
There's not enough like kind of dialogue in that scene of Sisko kind of coming out of that strange transcendent experience, you know, and telling everybody that he's different now. Yeah,
and then he ascends and disappears forever.
He does ascend and disappear forever. That's true.
I can't wait. It's like a time capsule, you know.
They're gonna bring
him back at some point.
I'm sure they'll definitely be able to bring Avery Brooks back.
Yeah,
he seems like the person. I think of everybody who's not had like the huge career, I guess, after Star Trek. I feel like he's the one that seems to have the most self-respect of not milking it. Not being like, all right, I guess I gotta cash in on this for the rest of my life. Yeah. Just being like, I'm not doing that shit.
I've got too much self-respect.
Now, I got another list for you.
Oh, another list.
I was kind of like, this isn't great.
We should call this episode Star Trek Top 10, whatever. Like, genuinely.
Sure.
Are we gonna if the shit out of people? If you're still here, we're clickbaiting you, and we're staring you right in the eyes, and we're telling you that this is a clickbait episode about the top 10 lists.
This is just a quick one. I looked through it, I had to skim through it, and I was like, you know, that's fine. This is what we want to see in Star Trek Strange New World Season 3.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this would be a good way to lead into what we would want to see, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
But for the most part, I wanted to keep it for the ending, because I think this person has really signaled their virtue to us, which is nice.
Jesus,
okay. They've done a very good job of making you think. It's got a real thinker at the end. You know? You got a real like you hear that one, you're like, you know what, True. You know what, you've made it very real, and I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
So we got great ones like more of Kirk and Spock. Okay,
Well,
how would you feel about more Kirk and Spock interacting?
I think they should get rid of Kirk altogether, completely.
I think they should finally make them kiss properly.
Oh yeah, actually, that's a good point. Let's just full on penetration,
Yeah,
because it's
just
like
have them, like do a full on fuck scene.
Kirk is gonna be like, like I have a son coming, I have a wife now, I guess, not even a wife, a partner that he just.
I got
but, like,
some
it
lady
doesn't
who
say,
I knocked up.
Yeah, but
I got
like
a hag.
having, but it's a ball and chain, but like he's like, fucking another dude isn't cheating,
Yeah, true.
and then they fuck, And
what it's gonna be is
they
Spock is gonna fall out with Nurse Chapel. That's gonna fall apart, obviously.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna be like, well, I guess I'll go back to T'Pring, and he'll go to T'Pring and be like, hey, by the way, since we were on a break, I fucked around, and she's gonna be like, excuse me, we weren't on a break.
Yeah.
We weren't on a break.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's gonna be like, I thought we were on a break.
Yeah. What's
It was
going
a
on?
break. It's gonna be the Friends all over again, and
Yeah.
that's gonna be like, well, I guess if I've got nobody, I'll suck this guy's cock. I
Yeah,
guess.
exactly. And then that's it.
And like you said, Kirk is gonna be like, damn, I can't believe I'm tied to this child from now on. I'm definitely gonna spend my life with.
Yeah, all my life. Yeah, he's
Definitely
I'm gonna watch it
spend
grow
my life
up.
with this lady and this child.
I'm gonna have huge impact on his life.
I guess I better fuck
By
around
killing
now
him.
before I'm tied down
Yeah.
fully.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're gonna fuck. And here's the thing: they're not gonna be into it. They're gonna be like,
Yeah.
it was okay, but I'm not into it that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then that will be like all of the people. It's like, oh, the first ever slash fiction is now true.
Yeah.
Anyway,
what's the next one?
Bones or Sulu? Bones and or Sulu.
We said Sulu, didn't we?
I think it
you
would
said
be-
Sulu, but and I do kind of agree with you, to be honest.
I think it would be Sulu.
Because
I
Sulu
don't
was
know
a lot
why.
more also in general, I think, in media.
And also
in
he's
Star Trek
gay.
media.
So he's gay, so they can play with that. But they can get him involved. They did. It's very funny that it's like he was. It's like in the original series, Sulu was always a bit like, but they never really like leaned into it. But then in the
Yeah.
movie, they were like, well, George Takei is gay, so
Gay, yeah.
what's to say Sulu's gay too? Why not?
Yeah.
We'll give him a husband and a kid.
Yeah, of course.
Why
Yeah,
not?
they did that in Star Trek, the movies, right? He had the...
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, in the Chris
Oh,
Pine
yeah,
one,
yeah, yeah, of course.
There's that bit they go to the station and then he like hugs and kisses a man and there's a little girl and stuff.
And you're like pointing at the screen,
I'm like,
and you got
oh
your
my
mouth
God.
open, like the fucking body sound.
What the hell? What the hell? So yeah, I think it would be Sulu.
Yeah.
I feel like Bones would be an easy. I feel like Sulu's a safe bet to do.
Yeah.
You just need like a kind of like funny like Japanese guy, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Just like a nice, like affable.
No, I want
man
a
of
white
Japanese
guy
descent.
to play him and also
Really,
have
like a
Asian
white
face. I do want to see that.
No, but what I mean is that I feel like Bones would be easier to fuck up personality.
Yeah, to be
to
honest.
get
they
somebody
would, yeah.
to like really do that DeForest Kelly kind of feel to it.
Mm-hmm. Do you think he's
Like-
gonna say "Oh my" at some point?
I think they might. They could.
Okay.
Possibly.
All right. What's the next one?
They'll be like, oh, we need a captain because Laan is dead. That's gonna lead into one of the points later on.
She's fucking dead.
She died. She's dead. What are we gonna
She
do?
got
And then there's gonna
crushed
be
by
some.
a forklift. And...
There's just gonna be some ensign on board, and he's like, I know how to pilot the ship. Let me do it.
Oh my.
And then he's gonna dodge an asteroid, and he's gonna go, oh my.
Yeah.
Anyway, show the Gorn. They already did.
Yeah, they already
They already
did.
did.
We know
They
that
did.
Gorn are gonna be like a big thing.
Series has been restrained and featuring them on screen. Oh really?
Show me that fucking
I
Gorn.
love showing the babies.
Get
Anyway,
that
the
suit
point
off.
after that.
Get that spacesuit off of that
Get that
fucking
suit
Gorn. I
off.
want to see it. Oh,
Let me see
show me
that
that fucking
cloaca.
Gorn.
They wouldn't have one because they spit the eggs on people. They
I
wouldn't
know,
have
but they
one.
have to like throw shit out of themselves, right? They have to defecate. Unless they
Do
live so
they?
short lives.
Maybe
that
that's what
they-
the acid is too.
It's shit. Okay.
Maybe.
They shit through their mouth.
I don't know. These things don't make any sense anymore.
I don't know either. I don't know I'm gonna research for the next episode. Promise, Scout's honor. I'm gonna research Gorn physiology and history so we can cover it.
Next point: don't kill Laan. Hard disagree.
Wait, you think she's gonna die?
I don't think she's gonna die. I want her to die, not because I dislike her. I just think it would be interesting.
Oh, you think it would be interesting?
No, why not? I guess. But then also, here's my caveat: bring her back as a ghost.
A force ghost. The thing is that like
just a ghost, just a normal ghost.
She does seem like the most character that would sacrifice itself in some like manner, in some really bad situation,
Yeah.
But she was with Kirk, remember, in the future. And she was like a lieutenant or whatever, like a captain or whatever, remember? In the shit future.
Yeah, but that's a shit. What?
You
she
know,
wasn't
like,
with him.
No, she gets teleported onto a ship, right? Remember when Pike doesn't die
in that ship future? I thought you meant in the Pike. No, what? In the Pike doesn't get blown up one?
Yeah. She get pierced for like a few seconds.
I don't fucking remember that, I guess. She's not. We know, but that's the thing. Is like with the Kirk thing. Is that we know it. If there's anything there, it doesn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've seen fucking 40+ years of Kirk without her.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. She probably dies, but I don't
funny
know.
line is that they say Laan is the Enterprise's straight woman, which I know they mean in a comic sense, but also she is probably the most heterosexual character.
Yep.
Yeah. Kidding.
She cries about a man in a song. Wow, I can't suck Kirk's dick.
She has a ballad
whatever.
about loving Kirk.
I was like, wow.
Honey, she's gay. He's gay.
He's gay.
He's gay because of the fan fiction.
Even the fan fiction, yeah.
Keep experimenting. Do you agree?
Keep experimenting? Yeah, whatever.
Make
yeah,
experimental
cool.
episodes
That's not
like the singing episode.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, cool.
And Spock becoming a real human.
Real human
normal
being.
Person.
Real human being and a real hero.
Now,
I do want an episode where they go into a holodeck or something. Yeah. But they don't have holodecks in this world.
Weird... No, they do. No, because remember they have the Enterprise aliens with the holodecks?
Oh, yeah, they do.
Remember they had and then Tucker got pregnant.
Tucker got pregnant.
Then Tucker got pregnant.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely. I would love them to, not even they go onto a planet that's a holodeck or something and they go cowboys. I want a cowboy episode. I want a cowboy episode, for fuck's sake.
Didn't they do a cowboy bit in Strange New Worlds in season 1?
Did they?
They were on a planet of cowboys, Western planet.
Fuck, maybe they did.
Or am I thinking of Enterprise? Because there was definitely a Cowboy Planet episode.
In Enterprise, there was
the Cowboys versus Aliens episode.
Yeah, there was a Cowboy
I feel like there was a
Cowboy
bit in Strange New Worlds, but I can't remember, and I don't care. Max, the Mirror Universe. Should they bring it
I don't care. I don't care about the Mirror Universe, and they should bring it back and make fun of it, like they did in DS9.
I don't think they would do it right. I don't think they'd do it right.
Ain't gonna do it.
I think they'd make it not silly in a funny way like Discovery. I think they'd make it silly in an ironic way.
Mm-hmm.
Not poking fun of it in the right way. Never mind. I don't know. I don't want the Mirror Universe back.
Yeah, I don't want the Mirror Universe to be on some character.
And I don't want another explanation of oh yeah, I guess we discovered this way earlier than when we introduced it in the show, but.
Yeah.
We talked to Star Trek and they said pretend it doesn't exist. We spoke to the Federation and they said pretend it doesn't exist.
The Enterprise goes to investigate the disappearance of Titan or whatever the fuck was it called, the ship that
was the Defiant.
The Defiant, yeah, that's the one.
How can you not remember that? It's literally the Cisco ship.
For some reason, I thought it was Titan.
Now, Max, this one might blow you. This is the last one. This one might blow your mind. You know what we want to see in Star Trek Strange New World Season 3 the most?
Yeah. Jean-Luc Picard.
Paying the writers and actors fairly.
Is that literally what it says?
Right? Yes.
Okay. Sure.
Strange New World Season 3 began filming around March 2023, but was quickly shuttered. Why? In case you haven't heard, the Writers Guild of America went on strike effective May 2nd, 2023. Screen Actors Guild joined them on July 14th.
I don't like how my top 10 list gets politicized.
If you want to see Strange New World Season 3 as soon as possible, support the strike in any way you can.
I don't know what I can do.
Strange New Worlds is streaming on Paramount Plus. Help the strike by
subscribing to Paramount Plus.
Subscribe to Paramount Plus today.
I'm going to support the strike by giving a writer a sloppy Joey. That's what I'm gonna give him a big slop.
Like a blowy Joey.
Blowy Joey, sloppy Joey. Sloppy toppy, yeah. That's how I'm gonna support the strike. And what you're going to do, I point at the screen, I point at you, viewer. And you, what you gonna do to support the strike?
Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna subscribe to Paramount Plus today and watch Tulsa King.
Yeah.
Damn, wait. I hadn't even thought about Tulsa King Season 2.
I can't wait about Tulsa King. Yeah. Are they making that?
Yeah, dude, Tulsa King was like fucking mad, doing good numbers on Paramount.
You think the writers from Tulsa King are on strike, or they're like,
dude, fucking everybody's on strike.
We're not we're boomers. Cause like,
no, dude, you completely misunderstand that industry.
Sylvester Stallone is writing the script, so he's not.
No, dude, it's like the same writers for all of these shows. It's just like
3 writers or whatever.
Getting a paycheck.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck, dude. They write shit where it's like, oh, my pronouns are it, as in it doesn't give a shit anymore.
So good. It's such a good line.
It's all the same dudes, man. They don't care. It's not like they're like, oh, we need Republican writers for Tulsa. They just get the same guys. Let's get some guys who wrote like fucking Justified. Like, just get those guys in.
Yeah, get those guys that written what's that? The child kidnapping movie? Sound of Freedom?
Freedom.
Get them in. To be honest, that sounds like something they would do for this Tulsa King too. He like breaks up like a group of child traffickers or something like that.
Yeah.
With his drug empire or whatever, he uses his drug empire money to like
his nitrous drug empire.
Nitrous, yeah.
Remember that the drug of choice for that show is the nitrous drug.
Yeah. Unfortunately, officer, this is a Native American land, so you can't prosecute.
You can't prosecute us for the nitrous. For us ordering a shit tons of nitrous under the guise of it being for ice cream.
It's so stupid. Oh, I love it. And I look at the scenes of the evil Irish gang leader sitting there looking at his bank account over and over. It's so funny. It's like us looking at our stats
get
for
drained
our
in real time.
Yeah,
because Dwight befriended a stoner hacker. Who owns a drug dispensary, just turns up and starts extorting the completely legal drug dispensary.
You forgot about the scene where he goes, Dwight, have you ever heard of Bitcoin, a cryptocurrency? And he's like, I don't care about it.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. That's the thing. It's not like
he knows about it. That's the
thing. He's read up on it, and he's it's not for him.
Not for me.
Not for me. Because he prefers things old school.
Yeah, he prefers
the art of war.
Can you print out these bitcoins for me on paper?
Well, you could pay for a Coca-Cola with these bitcoins.
No. Well, no, he's like trying to explain to him, and he's like,
well, not exactly.
Yeah, he's like, oh, shut up.
You convert the Bitcoin into cash, and then you spend the cash on the thing.
But then is it just money? Isn't that just cash? Isn't that just tied to $1?
Yeah, I don't like it.
What? I don't like it.
Anyway, here's the thing. I'm walking the picket line on behalf of Tulsa King Season 2. Let's go.
Yeah.
And
like,
you know what, Max?
Pay writers more. Like, my sign is like huge.
What we want from
Pay
Tulsa King
writers
Season
more.
2.
But this is the end. We're over an hour long now. We're getting.
No, I know. It's just one bullet point, and it's pay them the most.
Yeah, pay them the most.
Give them the highest increase. They need it.
People will be begging to write for Tulsa King.
Hey, thank you for listening to Dead Ensigns, a Star Trek
number
adjacent.
1 Tulsa King podcast.
Number 1 Tulsa King podcast. Number 2 Star Trek podcast. We're realistic.
Yeah, be realistic here.
Thanks for listening. Max, you're traveling this weekend, right?
Yeah, I'll be traveling.
So you got a lot of time for like watching stuff, you know, because you'll be like traveling and then you'll be in another country.
I'll
right?
rewatch Good, Bad, and Ugly again. You know.
Challenge.
Oh, yeah?
I want to talk about The Leftovers. I want to rewatch The Leftovers and I want to talk about it on the show, but I don't want to talk about it in a way that's like explaining it to you, you know? I'd like to hear your input on the show.
Mansplaining it to me.
Because also, I'm going to be honest, I'm probably just going to play Baldur's Gate 3 again for another week. At least this way I can watch that in the background and stuff and get back to it. And and I'll every time there's a sex scene in Baldur's Gate 3, I'll cover my screen and look over at The Leftovers.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see none of
disgusting.
that. I don't want to see digital sex.
Yeah. Does it have actual digital sex in it?
Yeah, bro. There's like full nude sex scenes in that game.
That's fucking awesome.
Dude, they hired like SFM boys.
They hired like
they hired
two green screen like dudes just.
Yeah, they mocap the sex.
They fucking just grinding against each other.
They
just one big stain on the green suit. Like
they put a Kinect in the room where two actors are having sex, and then they use that for the mocap.
Have you ever seen an avatar having sex? Well, bam! You know.
Anyway, thanks for listening. Go to Spotify and listen to the podcast. We're on YouTube. Leave a comment or email us, deadensigns@gmail.com. We're on Twitter too, deadensigns. Bye!
Bye.
It's shorted out, sir. We're gonna have to phaser it.
Then what are you waiting for?
Right away, sir.
Faster would be better, Ensign.
I can't, sir. We don't want to...
That's enough.
But, sir...
Stand aside, Carlton. I'm going through. You're alive. Good.